Hi, good morning. Welcome to Raman Babu Steno classes on live. Every day or alternative day, it depends on the response I'm getting from all of you. Steno skill test exams we are starting. In this, you can note down the dictation like in the exam hall and do the transcription and note down the timing also. Then correction part also I'm recording here. By hearing that, you can correct it along with the commas, full stops, everything like that. Then you can see how many mistakes you are doing. If required, again you practice this matter 3 to 4 times, and after that again you take as a exam and transcribe it, and again you correct it. Go on like that. Based on your response, I'm going to place conduct more exams through YouTube. All the best to all of you. The first dictation is starting. Please start. The credit movement in this country started in 1904 and it had its own difficulties since the last several decades. The main problem regarding cooperative credit has been that it has been ultimately and inadequate. In 1904, the Cooperative Societies Act was passed, which was later amended in 1914. Then there were certain committees appointed and they reported about the weaknesses of the credit movement in the country. In 1919, this subject of cooperation was transferred to the states, after which several states passed cooperative acts of their own. Thereafter, in 1929, the Royal Commission made certain enquiries about cooperation and the credit movement and made certain recommendations. Until 1950 or 1951, there was very little improvement in the field of cooperation. In 2001, the Reserve Bank of India appointed the Rural Credit Survey Committee, which brought out its report in 2004. That committee came to the conclusion that only 3% of the credit required by the agriculturists in the country was being met by the cooperatives, and it made certain suggestions. It is suggested that there should be an integrated credit structure in the country, and said that there should be share participation by the government in the cooperative societies. It suggested that the government should take shares in the cooperative societies so that the cooperative movement can get strength through government participation. The second recommendation made by the Rural Credit Survey Committee was that there should be linking of credit with marketing, processing, consumption, storage, and all other fields of activity so that credit will develop marketing, consumption, processing, etc. Yet another recommendation was that there should be a training program for the non-officials. The fourth recommendation and the most salient one was that there should be a three-tier structure of credit. There should be cooperative societies at the lower level, then there should be district banks, and then the apex banks, and that all the three should be interlinked. These recommendations were accepted by the government of India. This report also recommended that in order to implement these suggestions, there should be a national cooperative development and warehousing board. The government of India had accepted these suggestions in 2006. Dictation over. First you type that. After this, now I'm recording the correction matter. So the correcting matter, you check up and see how many mistakes you are doing and in which department you are doing. Commas, full stops, capital letters, spelling mistakes, wrong typing, paragraphs, hyphen, etc. Make a column for each one and do what are the mistakes, total mistakes are there, and according to these columns in which department you are doing mistakes, grammar lags, phrases, contractions, new words, like that. So with that you'll come to know what are the mistakes you are doing. Then you practice 2 to 3 times the same passage, and next time when you type and when you transcribe and you see that when you correct it, you have to reduce the almost nil mistake. You have to reduce your mistakes first. If the nil mistake is coming, that is very good. Give me the feedback. Then I'll go on record the dictations like this, and we'll go on and the test like to all of you. The correction starts. Please start. The credit movement in this country started in 1904, and it had its own difficulties since the last several decades. Stop. Decades spelling DECADES. The main problem regarding cooperative between hyphen credit has been that it has been ultimately spelling untimely UNTIMELY and inadequate spelling INADEQUATE. Stop. In 1904, the Cooperative Societies Act. Whenever Act or Commission or Committee comes, before that what are the words are there, that subject matter, that is always capital. That is called CSA. Those are Cooperative Societies Act, all caps. Was passed, which was later amended in 1914. Stop. Then there were certain committees, spelling COMMITTEES, appointed, and they reported about the weaknesses, spelling WEAKNESSES, of the credit movement in the country. In 1919, this subject of cooperation was transferred to the states, after which several states passed cooperative acts of their own. Thereafter, in 1929, the Royal Commission, Royal spelling ROYAL, Royal Commission, RC capital, made certain enquiries, spelling enquiries, about cooperation and the credit movement, and made certain recommendations. Stop. And till 1950 or 1951, there was very little improvement in the field of cooperation. Stop. In 2001, the Reserve Bank of India RBI caps appointed the Rural Credit Survey Committee, all capital letters RCSC, which brought out is two words. It's a report or capital in 2004. Stop. That committee, C capital, came to the conclusion that only 3% of the credit required by the agriculturists in the country was being met by the cooperatives, and it made certain suggestions. Stop. It is suggested that there should be an integrated, spelling INTEGRATED, credit structure in the country, and said that there should be share participation, spelling PARTICIPATION, by the government in the cooperative societies. Stop. It is suggested that the government should take shares in the cooperative societies so that the cooperative movement, spelling MOVEMENT, can get strength through government. Wherever government comes, you have to apply G capital letter. Participation. Stop. The second recommendation, spelling RECOMMENDATION, made by the Rural Credit Survey Committee, all caps, was that there should be linking of credit with marketing, processing, spelling PROCESSING, consumption, spelling CONSUMPTION, storage, and all other fields FIELDS of activity, so that credit will develop marketing, consumption, processing, etc. etc. Stop. Yet, spelling YET, another recommendation was that there should be a training program for the non-officials, non-officials, spelling NON-OFFICIALS. Stop. The fourth recommendation, and the most salient, SALIENT one, was that there should be a three-tier, spelling TIER, structure of credit, there should be cooperative societies at the lower level, semicolon, then there should be district banks, and then the apex banks, spelling apex, APEX, and that all the three should be interlinked, that is one word, spelling INTERLINKED. Stop. These recommendations were accepted, spelling ACCEPTED, by the government of India. Stop. This report also recommended that in order to implement these suggestions, there should be a national cooperative development, spelling NCD, and warehousing board, spelling WAREHOUSING, housing board. All once again see, cooperative development and warehousing board, all capital letters. Stop. The government of India had accepted these suggestions in 2006. Now it's what? Kindly note down all the total mistakes first. Then make a column, full stops, commas, paragraph, capital letters, etc. as I said in the beginning of the correction. And see in which department you are doing mistakes. In that department you start to work. So mistakes जितना भी है आपका mistakes कम आ जाएगा. पहले mistakes जानना जरूरी है कि आप कहाँ mistake कर रहे हो. Where you are doing mistake, that is must. You must know those things first. After that, practice these 2 to 3 times. If required more times, the first matter dictation, practice 3 to 4 times. Then again make transcription. Again correct it and see how many mistakes are there. See the compare the mistakes table from first to this one. Then you come to know how many you have reduced. With that, every day when you are going on doing like this, it will definitely improve the speed and the mistakes will come down. At the end, I request all of you not to subscribe. I'm asking you, tell to your friends, write the exams like this. Here most of the students are writing online exams for the written test, but as a shorthand skill test we are starting now. If I get the feedback from all of you, how many mistakes you are doing, how do you like this, how you better, in what way you want some betterment from my side, these all we listen and according to that we place here. You might be from any institute, doesn't matter. We respect every institute, every student and every faculty. Most of the faculty like me, before me also there are so many faculty who are posting in the YouTube for the betterment of every student, the community of students. So you all practice. Please inform to all your friends who are going for the SSC stenos or the other exams. This is 80 word speed. Ask them also take the exam and see how many mistakes they are doing. Most of the students, they say I'm writing 100 speed, but when they come to 80 speed and do the transcription, they do a lot of mistakes. No question of hurrying speed to the 100 speed or 120 speed. You can run for the speed. At the same time, you must know how many mistakes you are doing in the 80 speed, 100 speed and 120 word speed. The mistakes only will give a the way of practicing and the mistakes. The mistakes clearly shows how much you are practicing and how you are practicing. Whether the dictation what you are taking is how much speed, and you are thinking 100 speed and the 80 speed you made transcription and mistakes बहुत ज़्यादा आ रहे हैं आपको, तो इसको बार बार प्रैक्टिस करिए, नहीं तो 60 स्पीड में आइएगा. 60 स्पीड में आपको यूट्यूब का डिक्टेशन मिल जाता है, वो कैलासन सर का डिक्टेशन मिलता है, उस डिक्टेशन लीजिएगा, उसको प्रैक्टिस करिए. उसके बाद में फिर 80 में आइएगा, इस 80 वर्ड्स को फिर ट्रांसलेशन करिए, इसे चलते रहिएगा. थोड़ा लंबा चौड़ा बात करता हूँ मैं, या बीच में या अंत में जहाँ भी हो, वो आपको सुनने से काफ़ी फ़ायदेमंद बनता है. मैं तेलुगु में बोल देता हूँ, हमारा आंध्र प्रदेश का है. आई स्पीक इन तेलुगु, काइंडली एक्सक्यूज मी, అండ్ అగైన్ ఐ స్పీక్ ఇన్ హిందీ. జస్ట్ 1 minute. ఎవరైతే ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఉన్నారో మీరు మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్కి తెలియచేయండి. ఆన్లైన్లో రిటన్ టెస్ట్ ఎగ్జామ్సే కాదు, షార్ట్ హ్యాండ్లో కూడా ఎస్ఎస్సి స్టెనో ఎస్పెషలీ స్కిల్ టెస్ట్ ఎగ్జామ్స్కి ఇట్లా ఆన్లైన్లో ఎగ్జామ్ జరుగుతున్నాయి యూట్యూబ్లో. వాటిని మీరు కూడా రాసుకొని ఈ విధంగా ట్రాన్స్క్రిప్షన్ చేసుకోండి. ఎన్ని మిస్టేక్స్ వస్తాయి ఏంటో తెలుస్తూ ఉంటుంది. ఇట్లా చేయడం వల్ల మన స్పీడ్ పెరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది, మిస్టేక్స్ తగ్గుతూ ఉంటాయని జస్ట్ ఇన్ఫామ్ చేయండి. మంచి విషయాల్ని ప్రమోట్ చేయండి, అది సొసైటీకి లాభం. ఎవ్వరు మీకు కాంపిటీషన్ కారు, మీకు మీరే కాంపిటీషన్. నా మాస్టర్ చాలా మంచి మాస్టర్, నాకు చాలా బాగా చెప్తాడు, బట్ సమ్ అదర్ మాస్టర్ పోస్టెడ్ లైక్ దిస్ ఇన్ దిస్ యూట్యూబ్. గో దేర్ అండ్ రైట్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద రాంగ్ ఇన్ దట్. Ultimately you must win, not the master. Master always win whenever he is doing a good thing, whenever he promote his students. It doesn't matter. So you are not promoting master, you are promoting good things, always remember. And you think that నేను ప్రమోట్ చేస్తే కనుక దీన్ని వచ్చేసి ఎక్కువ మంది స్టూడెంట్స్ రాస్తారు, వాళ్ళు నాకు కాంపిటీషన్ అవుతారు. నో, అబ్సల్యూట్లీ రాంగ్. Be in a positive thinking. If you promote something to other students, if they're right, they'll come to know how many mistakes they are doing and they'll try to rectify it. they are not becoming a competitor to you. You are a competitor to yourself. So always remember that you are the competitor for yourself, and go for the betterment always. Every day practice, transcribe, correct it, and see how many mistakes are. आप लोग जितना भी लोग हैं नॉर्थ इंडिया में, आई हेल फ्रॉम दिल्ली. एक्चुअली आई हेल फ्रॉम आंध्र प्रदेश बट सेटल इन दिल्ली. Studied my school education, college education, university education. Then I got a job through SSC stenos and appointed in Ministry of Railways Railway Board, that is in Delhi. So ज़्यादा परिचय है दिल्ली लोगों से. मैं बहुत प्यार करता हूँ दिल्ली लोगों से, और नॉर्थ इंडियन से बहुत लोग हैं. आप लोग जो भी हैं, आप लोग अपना फ्रेंड्स को बताइएगा. सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए मैं बिल्कुल नहीं बोलता हूँ आप लोगों को. I am not here to do my business or something like that. I have passion towards shorthand. Hence I am telling to you all, नॉर्थ इंडिया में बहुत लोग हैं जो शॉर्ट हैंड सीखते हैं. साउथ इंडिया में इतना लोग नहीं हैं जो शॉर्ट हैंड सीखते हैं. वो आते हैं, वो बहुत सारा सेलेक्ट होते हैं स्टाफ सिलेक्शन कमीशन से. 99% जो है वो नॉर्थ इंडिया से हैं. तो बहुत सारा आप लोग हैं, इसको बेसिक सब लोगों को बताइएगा, आपका फ्रेंड्स को. वो भी ट्रांसलेशन करेंगे, करेक्ट करेंगे, अपना मिस्टेक्स देखेंगे. मुझे फीडबैक जरूर देते रहिएगा, सो दैट आई कम टू नो हाउ मेनी स्टूडेंट्स आर यूजिंग दिस एंड हाउ मेनी स्टूडेंट्स आर गेटिंग बेनिफिट. With that I'll get more energy. Then I'll go on post more speeds like this. Now today it's 80, maybe tomorrow I'll go for the 100, and I'll go for the 120 also. Is that beneficial to all of you? So please tell to all your friends. And we are opening online live classes also for beginners and speed classes, and you can learn the shorthand course center in just 20 to 40 days, and the 80 speed in 2 months, and 100 speed in 2 months, 120 speed in 2 months. That 80 to 100, 100 to 120 like that. These are all facts what we are doing in South India. So generally when you are posting in Facebook or somewhere like that, there are so many students from North India stating that it is a false time, a fake information is giving, and don't join with him, or a fake information is don't join something. They are putting so many comments like that. Without knowing a faculty, you cannot comment like this. You can comment about your faculty, you can guess your faculty, you can guess your capability, you can guess your other students what they are doing and how many days that they are taking to learn the course. If somebody new person comes and say we are teaching shorthand in 40 days, you cannot simply say, you can say it's not possible. That means it's not possible to you or to your friends or to your faculty, not the person who is saying that I can teach in shorthand in 40 days, isn't it? So have patience, and what are the benefit is you are getting from this YouTube, you go and get it and give the feedback to me. I'll go on post like this and get the more benefit, and tell to your friends also, and all the best to all of you. Bye bye.